sleep. What a wonderful thing. Lying underneath some nice thick blankets and a nice warm bed. But did you know that the majority of people don't even get enough sleep every single night? Can you think about how dangerous that is? We all need a full night's rest every single night in order for ourselves to be at the best capable ability that we possibly can. I went through my whole high school career running on a little sleep, and I was not a very nice person, because I was tired all the time. I didn't get very good grades, my job performance wasn't really good. I really wish I could go back and redo high school because of all the lack of sleep I had. There are so many dangers from not getting enough sleep every single night. Not only do the dangers impact you, but they impact every single person around you. So please, can everyone get a good night's sleep? Because I want to live in a safer community where our productivity is up, which in the long run makes our economy go up. The importance of sleep should not be overlooked. You need to get a full night's rest every single night. How much sleep you will need, why you need it, and the importance of it will be discussed today that I will share with you. People don't get the recommended sleep, and this causes a lot of problems. But the problem with that is it's such an easy fix, so it shouldn't cause a lot of problems. We all associate the recommended amount of sleep, 8 hours, but scientists say in fact that isn't always the case. According to the Sleep Foundation, the amount of sleep is very different from newborns all the way up to the elderly. So I made a chart here that explains how many hours of sleep you need every single night according to your age group. So I'll give you a moment to look at that. So as you can see, the younger you are, the more sleep that you need, and then the older you are, the less sleep that you need. But this shouldn't be overlooked because a lot of people that I know only get about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And on this chart, there's nowhere near 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Most of us slide between 18 and 64 years old. So you should be getting between 7, 8, or even 9 hours of sleep every single night. Now, finding a mattress is always very important when it comes to how much sleep you get. Mattresses can be very expensive and can range from about $1,000 to $100. Like, it all varies. But if mattresses are strictly health related, then why not buy a very expensive mattress? If money is really tight, I would consider buying a mattress pad because that can definitely help your sleep. It might be $100, but that $100 will be worth every penny. Now, if you have the money, you might have to budget for it, but if you can do it, I would highly recommend getting a very comfy mattress that's worth $1,000-ish because, like I said, it is extremely health related and it will only benefit you and everyone else around you. Now that you know your recommended sleep amount, everyone should go to bed at a reasonable hour, and this will create less problems. If you don't, then not getting enough sleep will create more problems. Sleep is extremely essential when it comes to having good health. I consider sleep to be like building bricks. Every single brick plays a huge role in how the thing is made. So if you don't get good enough sleep on a Thursday, your Friday isn't going to be very fun, and then therefore your Friday's not going to be very productive, and then it just keeps going on and on. An hour or two less sleep than needed each night may not seem detrimental, but over the course of weeks and months, it can wreak havoc on adults, says Dr. Danielle R. Wagner of the Sleep-Wake Disorder Center at New York Hospital. Life can get in the way, and I suppose missing a couple hours here and there isn't going to be terrible, but when it comes to getting every single night not getting enough sleep, that's when problems start to arise. It leads to lacking alertness. Everything that we do, whether it's driving or cooking or working, anything, it requires us all to be awake and alert. So without the fullest capability, dangers can definitely arise and happen. Studies have shown that sleep deprivation associated with obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, according to the University of California, Riverside Department of Psychology. Now, why is this? Well, Most people would rather stay up very late watching their favorite show on Netflix. So when you stay up very late, you don't have a lot of energy the next day because you didn't get a good night's sleep. So therefore, people aren't going to want to go to the gym after work, or they're not going to want to get up even earlier to go to the gym and work out at. So therefore, they don't get proper exercise, and then their health risk starts to increase, and then say for going to make healthy meals. Cooking healthier meals can take a little bit longer, but they're not going to be as awake to do that, so they'd rather just go through Burger King drive-thru. If you all go to bed at a reasonable hour, it will be less error for ourselves, and in the long run, we can actually reduce diabetes and medical issues. So please, put your health first before you stay up late watching Netflix or when you're going out and partying late at night. We can all produce a safer and healthier environment for the world. I really want you all to take it seriously. What is the biggest red flag of all is when sleep doesn't only affect us individually, but it affects all of us around us. There have been studies done on the sleep of professional athletes, and it shows that the players perform the best when they got the best or the most amount of sleep every single night. So we can apply this for all occupations. So if you're a pilot, or you operate machinery, or you're even a surgeon or a doctor, wouldn't you want all those people performing on a good night's sleep? Now, I suppose not all occupations require the most amount of sleep to be totally alert, but the majority of them do, and there are plenty out there. Actual studies have been done that sleep deprivation has decreased work performance. Subjective effort was increased under sleep deprivation with greater increases of effort associated with high levels of performance protection, says the Department of Psychology in the United Kingdom. Now, that study shows that people who got less sleep had to work harder, and actually their productivity went down, versus the people that got more sleep, enough sleep, actually had to work less hard, and their productivity was still higher. It would be terrible to put someone's life in danger just because of something as easy as sleep. So please, for everyone's safety, for everyone's health concern, think about everything that we can prevent. It's amazing to think that a lack of sleep in the long run can lead to something huge, like unemployment. So, when your work performance goes down, ultimately everything else goes down too. Let's make sure to get a full night's rest so we don't increase unemployment and put stress on the economy, as well as increasing medical issues such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease. When an individual lacks their amount of sleep, that puts stress on everything around us. There are so many important aspects that sleep plays a role in. So, let's all put down the cell phone, get off Facebook, turn off Netflix, turn off the TV, do whatever it is so that we can all live a safer and healthier life. Thank you.